It's week 8 of the NFL, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Packers and the Bills on Sunday night.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Hello everybody, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Keisean Nixon now from his end zone. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. Now on 2nd and 16, Rodgers got his man. It's Bo Melton. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Rodgers now to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Rodgers. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Well, we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, and his throw here's incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got... Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice in meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Crosby on now to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for this with Singletary. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Well, it's no secret. That's why they haven't returned punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen being chased out left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers now on 1st down. Complete once again to Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Allen now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Let's go now, let's go.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second and goal. Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Rodgers now on third and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Rodgers.
This is caught, and it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson
With his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Buffalo is set to get the football back here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He finds his man. That's Sweeney.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this quarter. Allen going to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McKenzie.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, Allen. And they're not able to hook up. They're incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one's gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through through the ringer in this one.
He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now it's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The kick by Bass is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. To try again after the sack. Allen. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not.
Now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. It's Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Running room at the 50. Look out. He will score. Touchdown.
Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Open here is Crowder. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Packers,
they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
and they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.